What's happening, everybody? I'm Steve, and welcome back to the House of Kayfabe, and I am here with, of course, the human wrestling encyclopedia, the mayor of AEW Twitter, Derek Jones. And Derek Jones, we have a chat that one day will be available on our Patreon. Of course, it will be heavily redacted, so a lot of us don't get canceled. And I talked about this today, and you were the only one that responded, and I think you're getting where I'm at. I've been watching this run up to WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes jumps ship to AEW, comes back to WWE, defies all the odds. Although I think you thought that he was probably going to WWE, right?
I didn't want him to, but I mean, we all knew it was going to happen.
So Cody Rhodes right now is on a babyface run that belies a lot of, and this is going to get a little philosophical, kind of the postmodern storytelling that we see in all of our content in content, TV shows and movies, where we have even morally ambiguous baby faces. Well, Cody Rhodes right now, Derek Jones, is 80s white meat, right is right, wrong is wrong, kissing the baby, smiling for the camera, and he's over like crazy. Derek Jones, are we too cynical of a universe of wrestling fans for him to keep this up? Is he that good, Derek?
He is, and it's not even that he's, and I don't want to say it like he's not that good, but he is that good, and he's that guy. And the reason that he's going to be able to push through and be everything that deep down we want someone to be,
okay,
is because he grew up in a time when what he is doing now was socially acceptable. And that's not the right terminology, but that's the terminology we're going to use. Socially acceptable in the wrestling world. And it's different than anything we've had in the last 15 to 20 years in wrestling. So it's not even that it's that good. It's different, but it's different in a familiar way. It brings back that joy. It brings back nostalgia in professional wrestling.
He is so earnest, Derek. This man, he uses his right and left turn indicators. This man does all right. And, you know, and this is what I was talking about with being cynical fans. If you think about we haven't seen it since Kurt Angle's beginning of his career. And guess what? He was hated and was healed on even when he didn't think that it would work. At that time in the 90s, and I'm, of course, a child of the 90s, it didn't work. I am scared that if Cody Rhodes keeps this kissing the babies thing, that they're going to turn on him. What do you think, Derek, that we're so starved for correct moral attitudes that like Cody Rhodes is going to come and make us have a true babyface, a real one, not a tweener, not will do some dastardly deeds to get it done. This is a man that if he slipped up and cheated in the match, he would call himself out for it. Derek, can this keep on?
Yes, it can, and it has longevity. So and let's touch on Kurt a little bit. Kurt in the 70s would have been Hogan easily. Mm-hmm. But Kurt couldn't be that because of Austin. Austin made it cool to be anti-establishment. We haven't had somebody make that jump and connection for quite some time now to make it cool to be anti-establishment. So Cody is hitting the reset button on all of professional wrestling for us right now. He's turning back the clock. He is making it so we can have a 100% true babyface in our presence.
It's incredible. I can't believe it. The last time I think even, we said Kurt Angle, I think maybe the other time that we saw it was towards the end of John Cena's run. But then again, now he was white meating it. He was using his right and left turn indicators, but he was getting booed out of the building every time he came to the ring.
But even with Cena, there was still a little edginess to him because he was from the streets, Wes Newberry. Yeah. So he still had that credibility of being a little shady, knowing that he came from the Doctor of Thugonomics, knowing that he had that past history. So and yeah, Cody has characters previous, but since Stardust, no one even thinks about dashing Cody Rhodes and legacy and all that before him. It's like Stardust and now, and that's it. So we don't think about all that other stuff. We only think about what we see in front of us, and what he's doing is going to work.
Okay,
but
so, yeah,
he has to win.
That's the thing. Like if he loses, this doesn't work, right?
Now he doesn't have to win the belt. But he has to win. It's okay for that big time babyface to chase the heel champion, but he has to win. You can't let Cody get squashed somewhere, and you can't let Cody take a cheap loss somewhere. Like, he has to win matches
because the white meat needs legitimized by the wins.
Yes. Now he can win by disqualification, which gives him an even bigger boost because it's like, man, this guy's doing it the right way and got cheated, but still walked out with a smile. He can still win that way. And obviously that doesn't give him the belt. He can still chase that title and continue doing what he's doing. But if you don't give him the wins, it'll crumble.
He's on a big streak right now. Now, of course, we will next week. Actually, we'll be doing our all hands on deck WrestleMania preview. Do you want to give us a little snippet? Do you think that he's taking the belt home? Is being for the God, country, and the American way? And of course, he's not doing that. But you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just
he's not far from it though.
Yeah, that's true. Shining beacon of babyface light. Does that get him to break an unprecedented Roman Reigns streak? What do you think?
So the Cody fan in me and the wrestling purist fan in me needs Cody to win a belt at WrestleMania.
Just one.
I need snaky Paul Heyman to manipulate that contract so it's only for one title, because I, as a modern day wrestling fan, need Roman Reigns to beat Bruno's record. And I'm not even a big Roman fan, but that needs to happen not only for Roman, but for the business of today. We need somebody else's record to be chased that is modernized. We've been chasing Bruno for far too long.
Okay, so it would almost be like a half dusty finish where he would win, but then, like you said, like the snake that is Paul Heyman, who's just doing the best work of maybe any manager ever right now.
Best work.
It's amazing. He only gets one belt.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need him to win the WWE title, not the Universal title.
Now, because you are our resident AEW mark and, of course, the mayor of AEW Twitter, this character gimmick started in AEW basically, and no one's talking about that. They were really, and I was not very high on his end of his AEW run. I was really high on the beginning of it, in the middle. I think he kind of lost his way at the end. But talk about how, like, you AEW people, a lot of you were yelling for him to turn heel. And I remember a specific half shoot promo where he said, that's why I'm not going to be a heel. Talk about how this is just an extension of Cody from AEW.
It's 100%. They built, and you could even go back a little bit further, but it's really at the beginning of AEW that the American Nightmare fully emerged as this big time top babyface, separates himself from the elite, from the Bullet Club, goes off onto his own as AEW begins. The teases, they happened so many times, and I think it was more pressure from the company. Hey, we need somebody that's going to be a heel to elevate some of these younger talents that we have, and he didn't want to do it, and he gave the teases just because he's doing business, and he found his way to work around it. I personally don't need Cody as a heel because I don't know if Cody can be a good heel because he's so good at what he's doing now. I don't think that transition would work very well for him. Now, not to say that he wasn't a good heel as dashing Cody Rhodes, but as he's evolved and matured into the character or the person that he is now, that that top echelon suit wearing, I'm here for the people type character, it works for him.
Red, white, and blue robe on the way to the ring. Oh my goodness! So there you go. It was a quick video I want to do with my friend Derek. I'm going to ask you just one question on our way out. Also, if you like what we're doing, please give us a like, a comment, and a share. Tell your friends about us. We're building a brand around here, and we need your help, of course, if you think we deserve it. Derek Jones, in this world of madness and separation between the sides politically and socially, do we need one ethical, straight up moral hero? Is that what we need today, Derek Jones?
We do. It's 100% what we need, but they don't need to crank him up to 15, because then he turns into Kurt Angle, and
that's what I'm worried about.
And he turns into CM Punk in the Straight Edge Society, and he turns into some of these, right to censor movement. There's a lot of history of that. So, and that's where, if he starts to take the losses, the attitude gets changed a little bit, and it's not I'm here for you, but it's I'm here because of you, and that's not what we need.
Right. You know what? I agree. I just hope that he can thread that needle. I think if anyone can pull it off, it is Cody Rhodes. Thank you, Derek Jones, for jumping on with me. I love talking wrestling with you. Please stick around next week. We're going to be doing some WrestleMania previews. Derek and those Kayfabe Collectible boys are going to do an episode on all of the best Stacy Keibler figures. They're going to do a figure episode about all the Hall of Famers. We're talking Rey Mysterio. We're talking Stacy Keibler, I guess. Andy Kaufman. Derek Jones has left the building. There he is. Who else? Rey Mysterio and Great Muta. Of course, please check out that figure. We're going to have a couple more card pack openings with Derek Jones in the future. Thank you all. And Cody Rhodes, please save us.